आत्मा ज्ञानात् जगद्भाति आत्मज्ञानान् न भासते तत्त्वज्ञानात् अविर्भाति तज्ज्ञानात् भासते नहि आत्मा अज्ञान due to self-ignorance. Atma ajnana due to self-ignorance. Jagat bhati. Embodiment appears. The error appears. Ignorance leads to, technically speaking, see, though ignorance appears snake, is nothing but a misconception about it. So, Atma Jnana, due to self-ignorance, there is embodiment called the self-error. And the embodiment involves, not presupposes, involves. It also implies the perception of the universe. Even though there is no time sequence between embodiment and the universe, even though they are one block, there is not even reason-result relationship. Yet, it is the embodiment that brings into my perception. Pratipatti krama is there. There is no kala krama, but pratipatti krama is there. I see both the cow and the calf at the same time in the dream, and I don't see them at 2 seconds. I see them both. I dream them at the same time simultaneously. But yet I can understand there, presupposing the cow is the cow. So there is no kala krama. There is a pratipatti, logical sequence. Logical sequence is different from time sequence. Embodiment and the universe, these both of them don't have time sequence. Because time also is a part of this universe. Embodiment doesn't happen at a given point of time. Now the universe is perceived at a given point of time. Technically, we can't perceive the universe at a given point of time. Because time also is a part of universe. You can't separate time and sense perception. I mean, you can't separate time and thought. Time is an error. You can't give a great description about time when it is an error. You can't give a great description about the tree. Once you say the tree, a complete description. Any word added to it is redundant. It is dreamt. Tree means dreamt. In addition to saying that it is dreamt, you don't need to say anything. Because anything that you say in addition to the fact that it is dreamt, it is redundant. Similarly, your entire description of time has no, is redundant because you can say it is perceived, that's all. It's dreamt in the truth. It is dreamt in the truth. Even the dream is dreamt in the truth, please. Waking state is dreamt in the truth. Dream state is dreamt in the truth. And every state is in the form of subject-object relation. Waking state is perceiver, perceive, block. Dream is perceiver, perceive, block. And where this block is not there, and that is where the perceiver, perceived block is not there, that is sleep. Therefore, the waking state is dreamt in the truth, is not deliberately seen. If you see something not deliberately, then it is dreamt. Any perception not deliberate is dreamt. In fact, Vedanta goes to the extent of saying the entire perception is not deliberate. I don't deliberate and wake up. I don't deliberate and dream. I don't deliberate and feel embodiment. I just find myself perceiving embodiment. I find myself perceiving the universe. There is no deliberation behind samsara. Deliberation is a part of samsara. Not again. The entire deliberation is a part of samsara. It's not the result of it. Therefore, Atma Jnana Jagat-adi, the universe appears due to self-ignorance. Atma Jnana, and in understanding the truth, now Bhasate, it doesn't look real. Looks real in the context of ignorance. Looks not separate from the being. Does not look real, does not look real in understanding that. In the light of the truth, it doesn't look real. Like when you wake up, the dream doesn't look real. In the darkness, when I don't know myself, then whatever I see looks real. When I understand myself, only I am real, nothing else. Like when a person is dreaming, he thinks all that I see is real. When he wakes up, all that I see is not real, only I am, because I have survived the dream. But then this joker, human being does not think in terms of reality and falsity, therefore he doesn't use the language. He only says, Bob, I have zero much gas. He wakes up from the dream, nightmarish dream, frightening dream he wakes up from, and says, my Bachya, means what? I am the reality. If you can survive the dream, then you are the reality vis-a-vis the dream. If you can survive the waking, then you are the reality vis-a-vis the waking. If you can survive a given thought, then you are the reality vis-a-vis a thought. And if you are the reality vis-a-vis a given thought, then you are the reality vis-a-vis every thought. This is all that is to be understood in life. Everything else is there for just to survive. To keep the body going, you use everything else. Therefore, Rajju Ajnana Bahirmati. Rajju Ajnana, due to rope ignorance. Ahir-bhati, the snake appears. When I don't see the rope, the snake appears. Tat jnanat bhasate mani. And when I understand the rope, the snake is understood with this to be an error. It is understood. Just as the truth is understood as the truth, the false is also understood as the false. When I wake up from the dream, I understand myself as the survivor, as the reality. Vis-a-vis the dream, and I also understand that the dream is a mere perception, looking like a thing. The wonder of wonders in life is how perceptions look like things. Just a perception looks like a thing. And eludes me. The dream is only dream perception. There are no objects there. You see a mountain. There is no object there. Real. There is no real mountain. You can't have mountains in your bedroom. Even though you have pictures carrying mountains. But actual mountains are not there. You see a river flowing. You see mountains, you see lakes and ocean and this, all that you imagine in the dream. All these thoughts that take root in your waking mind, they all appear there. But they are nothing but perceptions. But they look like things. And whenever a perception looks like a thing, I am under its spell. That is why you are not under the spell of daydreams. But one is under the spell of dream. One comes under the spell of a dream. But one does not come under the spell of a daydream because one knows it is only perception. Thinking. It's only thinking. Thinking doesn't elude you. Mere thought. But thought pertains to what looks like a thing. Sense of reality about things. You. And therefore, we can't say in ignorance it appears, in knowledge it doesn't appear like that. I don't accept that this particular theory. In ignorance, you mistake the rope for snake. Not some snake appears there. No snake appears. There is no snake there. There is a misconception about the rope as a snake. I misunderstand the rope as snake. When I don't understand the rope as rope, I misunderstand it as snake. It is called error. And when I understand the rope as rope, the misconception about the rope goes away. Rather than saying, when the rope is not understood, the snake appears. When the rope is understood, the snake disappears. It's a peculiar mediocrity. Is it true? One may it's a mediocrity. Yes, it's a mediocrity. Whosoever thinks it. Even if Bhagavan thinks so, it's absolutely mediocre. Somaras for a jada mediocre. How is that? If Somaras jada pideti is when you don't understand the rope is misunderstood. Nothing else happens. When the rope is understood as it is correctly, then the misunderstanding goes. The right knowledge, when the right knowledge is not there, there is a wrong knowledge about the fact. When the right knowledge comes, the wrong knowledge goes. If you say, it's a problem. Oh, when you don't know the rope, some snake appears. When you know the rope, the snake disappears. Then you are not ananyatum, how do you establish? Without accepting the connection between the error and the fact, how do you establish the ananyatum of oneness? Are you able to follow this point? How do we establish the oneness? It is the rope itself that is seen as snake. That means snake is not other than a misconception about the rope. It is non-separate from the rope. And when the rope is understood, it goes away. That means there is oneness between the error and the fact. Non-separateness or oneness is only between a misconception and a fact. Between the form and substance, call it form and substance. People generally, in the life way, we say form is one with the substance and wave is one with the water, etc. People think it very, they say that's all that they can follow. But the moment they say the error is non-separate from the fact, they all get pulled up. Because that is where the Vedanta is. To appreciate the form as non-separate from the substance is not a big deal. The table is non-separate from its substance, the wood. The wave is non-separate from the substance, the water. But here, between the rope and snake, there is no form and substance relationship. It is a fact and error relationship. Form and fact and error relationship. A fact and error relationship is different from a simple form and substance. And mostly human beings think in terms of form and substance. And then the substance also may have a form, visible. Just as anything that is visible is a form. What else is a form? That is the definition of a form. Anything that is audible is sound. Anything that is visible is a form. Wave is visible. Water is also visible. Here the problem is the subject is the fact. The truth is invisible. It is evident but invisible. Therefore, embodiment is a form. It is visible. What is visible to the senses is a form. That way, the entire universe is a form. The entire universe is a form. Why? Because it is visible to the senses. Emotions are visible to my sight. It is visible to me. Emotions are visible to me. Thoughts are visible to me. The universe is visible to me. It's a form. But it happens to be a misconception about a fact. But that fact doesn't have a form. That is the very seer. The seer of the form is the fact. And therefore, similarly here also, even the rope also has a form. But you can't say rope is a substance and the snakeness is its form. Rope doesn't have a form called snake. Rope is only rope. Therefore, snake is not the form of the rope. Snakeness is an error about the rope. That's why I keep repeating this again and again and again, because the students must think of the entire problem as an error about it. It is a misconception. Close thinking corrects it. Like a tree. Therefore, it's not right to say when the rope is known, when the rope is not known, the snake appears. When the rope is known, the snake disappears. These are very, very meaning constructed here. When the rope is not understood, it looks like snake. When it is understood, it doesn't look like snake. Clearly, Prakasho me nijam rupam natirikosmyaham tataha yada prakashate vishwam tadaham bhasayevahi Prakasho me nijam rupam. To be conscious is my swarup. Rupam means swarup is my nature. Ashtavakra says to be consciousness, to be a conscious being, like fire is a hot thing. That is its nature. That's not one of its changing qualities. Color can change. Any quality can change. Amazing. Like mental qualities can change. If you have attachment, that's not your swarupa. That is in a given situation, that is your quality, mental quality. And after some time, that attachment may change. Emotions change. Pleasures and pains change. Why? Why do they change? Because they are all mental. They are just qualities. They are all vasanas, impulses. They are all impulses. Even if you call them vasanas. But then having said that they are all vasanas, we have fundamentally what is their trait? They are all swabhavika. They all appear in the context of self-ignorance. What appears in the context of self-ignorance is called swabhavika. What appears in the context of self-ignorance is called swabhavika. What helps you in understanding Vedanta is that all that man feels is, he feels it, he feels the light, he feels the dislike, the mental traits, raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, all these things he feels only in the context of ignorance, self-ignorance. In the context of embodiment. And what you feel in the context of embodiment is what is called swabhavikam. Therefore you can't exhaust vasana. You have to qualify it. Therefore the theory of exhausting vasana also debatable, disputable, refutable, doubtful. Somebody here? Doubtful. You can't exhaust anything in this world. You can only correctly understand its process. You can't exhaust the snake. You can discover its form. You can't exhaust the tree. You can discover it is that it's a tree. False can only be falsified. The false cannot be exhausted. Because no desire can be exhausted, because after one desire you have another desire. It is useless to think that one day I will fulfill all my desires. In fact, this creation is inadequate to fulfill even one desire of one man. Creation is inadequate. Leave alone everybody fulfill it. Like fire. Fire can consume everything around. Desire also can consume everything around. And Bhagavan Krishna says, Kama Yeshaha, Krodha Yeshaha, Guruguna Tamukrava, Ashano Mahapa. Desire cannot be. It is like fire, it consumes everything, and it forms everybody to commit sins. Mahapam is the result of desire. Desire is the result of ignorance. Ignorance is there because, not the result. Ignorance doesn't result from. It is there. I am ignorant because I don't look at myself. Just as illiteracy doesn't take birth. Illiteracy doesn't take birth. I continue to be illiterate. I continue to be illiterate because I don't go to school. Similarly, man remains ignorant because he doesn't look at himself. That is the reason. Why man is ignorant, you can ask a question. But don't ask the question, how did he become ignorant? That means you don't become ignorant. You find yourself ignorant. Like you don't become illiterate. You find yourself illiterate. You find yourself illiterate. You are born illiterate. You don't become illiterate. You are born illiterate. Why I may remain illiterate? Why I remain illiterate? Because I don't go to school. Why I remain ignorant? Because I don't look at myself correctly. I don't look at Vedanta. I don't want to look at myself. I always look at the objects. I look at the world. Prakasho me nijam rupam. Therefore, to be consciousness is my nature. Nothing else. I am not anything else. This is very beautiful. The sole nature of our being is consciousness. Ashtavatri is very good here. I am not anything other than consciousness. I am not something more than consciousness, or less than consciousness, or other than. Saindhava Ganava Yekarasaha. Vedantic Upanishad says, if you remember, Saindhava Ganava Yekarasaha, like a chunk of crystal. That is a chunk of a salt crystal, if you analyze, what do you find in it? Only salt, nothing else. Or if you analyze a sugar crystal, what do you find in it? Sugar, nothing else. In the same manner, when you closely look at a conscious being, a living being, is none other, is nothing else but conscious, is aware. And to be aware of the surroundings or to be aware of the universe is not to be the light. Because no light is more fundamental than to be aware of. The sun is not aware of you, whereas you are aware of the sun. That means the one who is aware of is a brighter light than sunlight. The brighter light than sunlight. Brighter than sunlight. This must touch your thinking. The sun is physical light, but that physical light is not aware of me, but I am aware of the physical light. That's why Bhagavan Krishna says, Yuvan Jyotishamapi Jyoti Tamasat Paramuchyate. You are more luminous, you are a greater light than all light. You are the light of all light. It's so very beautiful. The light of all light means the one who is aware of all physical light. The one who is aware of all physical light is the light of all light. The one who is aware of the senses is the light of all the light. The one who is aware of thinking also is the light of all the light. And even blackout in the like in sleep, there is a blackout of the waking. So a person after waking up, he says, I didn't know anything, that even that I didn't know anything, ignorance also is no. When you know that you know. When you don't know also, that then you know that you don't. That means understanding and non-understanding both are ignorance and knowledge. Both are illumined by the self-awareness. That awareness can be considered as the light of all light. There is no point in it. Jyotishamapi Jyoti Tamasat Paramuchyate. And it is untouched by darkness because it is aware of darkness. Therefore, it is very beautiful to say, man is nothing, he is purely conscious. And when he is packed in a form, when the unlimited being is equated with the form, then he looks like a human individual. The same unlimited being equated with a cow's form looks like a cow. Therefore, in God's eyes, going by the fundamental law in the creation, killing a man is a crime, but even killing an ant is a crime. Because killing an ant is as much a crime as even killing a man. Why? Because life is equally sacred wherever it is. You can't say human life is more sacred than an ant's life. And therefore, having said that, then man is your life. Don't unnecessarily deliberate to kill others. Wherever you can avoid violence, avoid it. Where avoiding violence is, a lot of avoiding of violence is within one's hands. Hurting violence, that is, killing, hurting by thoughts, hurting by words, cannot be avoided. But anyway, that's not our topic now. Ethics is not the topic. Here the topic is that every living being is solely consciousness. If it is solely consciousness, that is what we call pure consciousness. Pure consciousness, when we say a lot of translations, it's pure consciousness. It means solely Saindava Ekarasa Prakasho me nijam rupam Adiriptosmyaham Tata Yada Prakashate. The second line is wonderful. Yada prakashate vishwam, when I see the universe, tada aham bhaseyevahi, at that time my existence also is ended. My perception of the universe doesn't replace my existence. The universe doesn't replace my existence. When I see the universe, my existence is there. When I don't see the universe, existence is there. That means when the wave is, the water is. When the wave is not, water is. This logic should be applied to oneself. Prakasho me nijam rupa. Therefore, thoughts do not replace the thinker. Clear? Thinkerness doesn't replace the consciousness. When I become the thinker, I don't cease to be conscious. When I become the hearer, I don't cease to be conscious. That means my roles do not replace my existence, my nature. To look like a wave, let us call it as its label, its role. When you become a father, that is a role. A mother is a role. Because incidental. Anything incidental is a non-deliberate role. It's not a deliberate role. You find yourself as a mother, you find yourself as a father, and you believe that I am a father, I am a mother, and you only think of yourself in terms of those labels. I am a housewife, I am a husband, I am a businessman, I am a human being. Man does not think of himself except in terms of these labels, these roles. I am a Delhiite, it is also a role. I am rich, I am poor, I am good, I am bad, I am tall, I am short. These are all just labels. The various labels. They are thoughts. All labels are thoughts. All roles are also thoughts. These thoughts, what I want to say to you is that these roles don't replace your existence. These labels don't replace your existence. You can't say when you become a father, you lose your existence. When you become a father, you don't lose your existence. When you think of yourself as a mother, it doesn't, you don't lose your existence. Existence is independent of roles. And existence is our nature. To be is our nature. To think is a label. To think is a role. To think of oneself is a role. To think is a label. But to be is our existence. ठीक है जी? यदा प्रकाशते विश्वम तदा aham bhasevahi. When the universe is seen, tada at that time, aham, the I, bhasevahi indeed is evident. One thought replaces another thought. We always think in terms of replacement. Is that possible? Very difficult to complete. Able to follow? Sound comes and we think it replaces the silence. Does idli replace rice? Does idli replace rice? It's made up. That's Vedanta. The universe doesn't replace the truth. It is made of the truth. The wave doesn't replace water. It is the appearance. It appears. The table doesn't replace wood. It appears in wood. Similarly, What I perceive doesn't replace me, it appears with me. The dream doesn't replace my existence, it appears. And therefore, what continues to be, what cannot be replaced with the truth? What cannot be replaced? Nothing can replace. Is there anything that can replace silence? Is there anything that can replace silence? There is nothing that can replace silence. Sound appears in silence. Forms appear in silence. Taste and touches in silence. Every part appears in silence. Thinking doesn't replace silence. Thinking is registered, done, and registered in silence. And that silence is not another thought, it is oneself, one's nature. If there is something placed that cannot be objectified and still there, it is only oneself, object. If there is something and cannot be objectified, then it is only the subject, oneself. These thoughts, this thinking, this is all education about yourself. Be clear about your glorious existence. Don't judge yourself by your labels, please. Don't judge yourself by your labels. Your labels are deceptive. Your labels are nothing. Because even if you have the best thoughts about you, they are still thoughts. And your existence is independent of all your thoughts. Even if you have the Prime Minister. I would be the Prime Minister in 90. I would be the Prime Minister in future. I am the future President or Prime Minister. Nothing great. That is up there and leave the road. For some time you will have government money to live on. Nothing great. Don't really judge any man by his labels. Every living being is unlimited. Is a conscious being acting in flesh. So to speak, is a conscious being acting in flesh. Don't crave for flesh. Admire the one that is fat. Flesh is only a package. Truth is the content. Which do you want? Package and the content is and then think of your flesh is only a package. Therefore, this noble being, next verse. Aho vikalpitam vishvam
Aho vikalpitam vishvam
jnanan mahibhasate
Jnanan mahibhasate
Aho vikalpitam vishvam
Aho vikalpitam vishvam
jnanan mahibhasate
Jnanan mahibhasate
Rupyam shuktau phanirajjau
Rupyam shuktau phanirajjau
Vari suryakare yatha
Vari suryakare yatha
Aho! What a wonder! It remains a wonder because man does not look at himself. He wonders at the world. He wonders at the valleys, he wonders at the river, he wonders at the waterfalls, he wonders everything, but he doesn't look at he wonders at all objects, but he doesn't wonder at the perceiver. He wonders at all the colors, but he doesn't wonder at the seer of the colors. And that is indeed a matter. How man misses himself, the truth. Aho, vikalpitam. Vikalpitam Vishwam. The universe is vikalpitam. It is merely perceived. Vikalpitam means that a dream is dreamt. That's called kalpana. Vikalpitam. The flatness of the earth is what? Vikalpitam. The earth is round, but when you don't know the earth round, the same round earth is perceived, is concluded as a wrong conclusion is called vikalpita. Kalpana. Keval kalpana. Kalpana matra. How do you know it is kalpana? Because it has a beginning and an end. What else is the reason? Because I am the witness of its beginning and end. What else is the reason that it is a vikalpana? Because on close analysis it can be understood as kalpana. A kalpana can be understood as kalpana. A fact can be understood as a fact. A kalpana can be understood as a kalpana. And anything that is perceived is kalpana. To be is not a kalpana because independent of form. To be is not a kalpana. That's our nature. And everything else is, everything in the form of perception is kalpana. Everything in the form of thinking is kalpana. Everything in the form of emotion is kalpana. If you fear, it is kalpana. Fears are kalpita. And attachments are kalpita. Enmities are kalpita. Desires are kalpita. The whole life is kalpita. And the fear of death is kalpita. Therefore, when somebody is fearing death, all that you can say is, hold on for some time until you die. Don't worry, once you die, then you won't feel that you are dead. Yes. Death is the answer to a person who is terribly scared of death. You won't believe that? Death is the answer. Because you have to survive amid fears and think of death, not succumb to fears. Don't succumb to fears. Don't succumm to pinpricks. Resist them and think of their trust. Resist them and survive them and think of nature. And if a person has some disease, let us say, Yagi, a man who lives a healthy life may live a few more years. And a man who has a disease may live a few years less. Don't think, I'm so unfortunate for a Christian. Wherever there is flesh, it develops like this. This is it. Therefore, don't think a healthy man is a fortunate man and I have got this problem. You are alive. You can sit in the chair and you can think. That's enough. You can figure out that. You can sit in the chair, you can relax, you can think about. Therefore, don't think now, that person is going to live 100 years and I am going to die by the time I am 70 years. Because health is not totally in your hands. You can only work for health, but yet whether you will have the right health, proper health or not, nobody knows. Some disease may just stop because Bharatam is there, Bharatam is there. Suddenly something may happen. Maybe the liver may start back answering. The heart may back answer. Oh, yeah. Therefore, we are alive. That is the limit. Don't expect anything beyond being alive. Be alive, keep going, and look at your existence. Aho vikalpitam vishwam. I was just talking about kalpana. What is kalpana? To be is not kalpana, that is the truth. And everything else, to perceive, to see, to hear, to taste, to touch, to smell, with a sense of reality, of course. To think, attachment, detachment, everything, fears, pleasures, pains, everything is kalpana. Somebody what about merciless celebration, definitely kalpana. It is a huge kalpana. Right? Birthday celebration is not kalpana. It is kalpana. And when people come and say, may you live a long life, they don't really mean it. They just write it. Don't unnecessarily waste time. Don't waste unnecessarily time to celebrate. Live a simple life, unassuming life. In fact, when you are simple, you save a lot of time. Simplicity gives you a lot of time. If you go for adambaram, then you lose time. This is my thinking. Simplicity gives you a lot of time. And when you are simple, don't mean you are lagging behind others. You are being wise. Simplicity makes you wise. Okay, therefore, aho vikalpitam vishwam ajnanat, and all these kalpanas are due to ignorance, ajnana. And in order to do kalpana, you can't imagine something, you can't have the kalpana in emptiness. It is always, kalpanas are entertained in the fact, and that is oneself. Perceptions are for me, who they have been. They have been done kalpana in me. Emotions are for me, they are done it. They are my emotions, my perceptions, my benefits, my pleasures, my pains, my waking, my dream, my sleep. I am just using the word my. Even the idea of mind is a kalpana. They are all kalpitam in the peace. Peace is the peace. If you are really following what I am saying, thinking is kalpitam in peace. And our existence is only in the form of I am, that's all. Like space, things. That thinking is kalpana, but its existence is from end to end, unlimited. Think of space as unlimited. It is boundless, spatially boundless. It is. And if you want to think of its location, space is not located in the air and fire and water and earth, because they are all located in space. And space is located in the sphere of it. The location for the space is not something spatial. Think about all this. Your life would be glorious if you are a very serious lecturer. Your life will be glorious. Aho vikalpitam vishwam ajnanat mahimāsate upyam suktau. Just as silver is kalpitam in a shell. Honey, rajau, just as A snake is kalpitam. Snake nest is kalpitam. Two. Vari Surya Kareyatha, just as mirage is kalpitam in the rays of the sun. Surya Kara means Surya Kirana. When the sun falls somewhere, in those rays of the sun, you see, the sand is Marubhumi. Marubhumi means, like a desert, sand. The sun falls on it, and from a distance you think it's a pool of water. Some optical illusion. Call it anything, but it isn't a misconception. Call it an optical illusion, call it mental illusion, whatever is the definition, but fundamentally it is a misconception. Bhashikara says it's a misconception. And therefore, Aho vikalpitam vishvam ajnanam mayim asate rupyam shuktau kani rattau vari surya kareyatha. आज के लिए इतना काफी है ये आज के लिए थैंक यू लॉर्ड विकासिंग मी हमने आए थे टीचिंग थोड़ा जल्दी छोड़ दिए हमें ये देनी तेरा से क्लास तेरा से पूरी जो बोला बात दूसरी बात को दोहराते रहते हैं दूसरी बात को दोहराते रहते हैं अब क्या करें पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति